Okay, hopefully this is recording. There's no way of knowing. So I'm pre-recording this and then we'll upload it. I'm sorry for the confusion. That was totally unexpected. And then we tried to get out my son's computer and it wanted me to download a streaming software, and that just was above my mental capacity for tonight. So we're going to just go ahead and do it this way, and hopefully we can get all this figured out before next week. So our topic for tonight is autoimmune, like we discussed in the class. And I apologize for whatever reason. When you pre-record, I'm not sure where to look on the camera, so I'll try to look over here. Okay, so I'm just going to start. Okay, so the autoimmune spectrum is what we're going to be talking about tonight, and kind of what all that entails and what that means. So if you've been part of the autoimmune world at all, you may have heard some of these terms. So the autoimmune spectrum, and that's, if you Google it, you'll see that term. And while yes, there are a broad spectrum of autoimmune diseases and ranges in levels of severity, what it really means to be considered is, on the autoimmune spectrum, is when you are experiencing difficult symptoms without yet having a full-blown autoimmune disease. So the good news is that if we can take action when we are not feeling well, to get to the root of what is going on in our bodies, instead of letting it going unchecked and feeling worse. Okay? So there's not one specific symptom to having an autoimmune disease. That is why it is often so hard for those who have one to get a specific diagnosis. So it can actually take years. I know several people who have been to doctor after doctor, checking all these different things, and they really couldn't get to the root to it until they literally started taking, the holistic approach and the nutrition and all that, those types of things. So oftentimes the symptoms feel vague. So it can be low energy, digestive issues, skin problems, joint and muscle pain. And if we are not feeling ourselves, it's important that we pay attention to these types of things, because we want to live our best lives. So in a sense, we are all somewhere on this spectrum, from the low end of full health and having no signs and symptoms affecting our lives, to having the immune response going on, all the way to the other end of having a full-blown autoimmune disease. So, we preach all the time about preventative, going along with prevention. So we're advocates of being aware of what's going on in our bodies, and taking a stand with our wellness and education is a really big part of that. So we're going to go on to kind of the ongoing struggle of a autoimmune disease. So I don't really know about you, but one of the hardest parts of walking through autoimmune road is helping those and loved ones in my life understand this, and down to nature that comes with it. So if you deal with these things, sometimes I just chop it up as like being a mom, homeschooling, running a business. You just get tired, you're fatigued. And so you have, family and loved ones that just expect you can continue to run at full capacity when you absolutely can't. There's just no juice left to go. So in reality, autoimmune disease can be chronic, and we will, in a sense, be dealing with these types of issues for the rest of our lives. So it's basically just, figuring out what's going on, and then supporting your body, properly in those areas. So there are many different factors that can contribute to our symptoms. A change in activity level, not getting enough sleep, the food we eat, stress, emotional upheaval. There's lots of stuff like, having a baby, or if you just recently lost a loved one, Just think about all those different scenarios that just really kind of where you feel like you need a week or weeks to recover just from an event. Some seasons may be difficult as we navigate through the symptoms to take care of our bodies. And then some system, sometimes it's not that difficult. Sometimes we just kind of, we're feeling okay, we're feeling good. And then there are times when it's really like just taking it one day at a time, one day to the next day. I know quite a few friends of mine who struggle with the type of autoimmune disorder that deals a lot with gut-related problems. And it's literally like one day they're feeling great, everything's great, and the next day they can't hardly get out of bed because they've been in so much pain. So all of that to say, listening to our bodies is the key. Isn't that what we preach all the time, regardless if you have an autoimmune disease or not? So if you feel a flare-up coming on, you need to take care of yourself. And I know if you're anything like me, women, sometimes we can tend to have kind of put ourselves on the back burner, or, we're not on top of the self-care like we need to be, because we need to be well to be able to take care of everybody else. So just knowing that a lot of us are kind of struggling with these same issues, even if you don't necessarily have a diagnosis, a lot of problems kind of go under the umbrella of autoimmune. So like we said in the beginning, we are not, or I didn't say this in the beginning, but we're not healthcare professionals. I am not. I'm just a mom, wanting to teach you all about the stuff. So I'm going to go skip this part right here, and we're going to go straight into immune support, because that is the main body system that's kind of affected by autoimmune, is your immune system. So supporting our immune system is so incredibly important. For those of us dealing with autoimmune disease, when our immune systems are attacking themselves, that means that they are overworking. And giving our immune system the support it needs is vital. And a great way to get that support is with our oils. So I'm going to go over a couple of blends that are really great for immune support. Of course, we have our ImmuPower oil, which is incredible. There's a lot of other immune related things, Raindrop and things like that. This is an immune supporting blend, which is 15 drops thieves, 10 drops lemon, 10 drops peppermint, and 10 drops frankincense. And then you fill the rest of the way up with carrier oil, and you can put that in, 15 milliliter bottle, or if you have a roll-on. And then another wellness blend is 15 drops of thieves, 10 drops lemon, 10 drops peppermint, 10 drops frankincense, 10 drops oregano, 10 drops clove, 5 drops of cinnamon bark, 5 drops tea tree, and then fill it the rest of the way with the carrier oil. My favorite places to put these types of blends are, of course, on the bottom of my feet, and I love putting them on my spine, kind of like you would a raindrop. So you can also roll it on the bottom of your feet morning and night. Just really whatever works for you. I tend to like to do it in the morning before I put clothes on, and then at night before I go to bed, is what I do. So next we're going to talk about Inner Defense, which is another thing. It's a supplement that we always have. And it's a supplement that is a very big game changer with issues that are like autoimmune. So the Inner Defense reinforces systematic defenses. It creates unfriendly terrain for the yeast and fungus and promotes healthy respiratory function. And it also contains potent essential oils like oregano, thyme, and thieves, which are rich in thymol, carvacrol, and eugenol, which those are the chemistry components for the immune support. and the liquid soft gels dissolve quickly for maximum results. Another way to take that also is getting one capsule 3 to 5 times a day or as needed. I know several people who just take Inner Defense daily because they need that support. Another great supporting oil is Melrose. And I know that this one Melrose does not get talked about enough, in my opinion. So this oil has been one favorite of mine since we started using oils, especially with the kids, just because I learned about what all it does with, ear support and all those ear stuff that kids deal with. So it's also a powerhouse oil for immune support and skin support, and it has several different cleansing properties. So cleansing is important, especially if we have a lot of yuck buildup in our bodies. So you diffuse it to purify the air, use on its own with a carrier oil, rub over your abdomen. You can do this daily for immune support, topically right over your stomach. And there's really a whole lot of ways to benefit from this oil. So that is one that we have all the time. And it's great for the kids too. So if you have kids, Melrose is a must-have all the time. Frankincense. So we love frankincense for just about everything, don't we? So frankincense is amazing for many different reasons. So it's been sought after since ancient times, and the complex aroma of this oil can alleviate many aspects or difficulties in life. You can diffuse it. Frankincense essential oil, we know it has an earthly, uplifting aroma. It really helps with the emotional side of things that you're dealing with, to try to deal and manage with stress and things like that. I love using frankincense on the inside of my wrists and then on my neck, and I like to rub it all the way around my ears because there's lots of emotional points around our ears. Our next one that is phenomenal is our Omega Gies. So Omega Gies combines the power of 3 core daily supplements, omega-3, vitamin D3, and CoQ10. So these supplements combined with our proprietary enhancement essential oil blend to create an omega-3 DHA fish oil supplement. It just supports general overall wellness. I use it daily. It's something I think we all really need to be taking. And it's the pills, if you take it, but the pills are smaller. But it's also great support for the brain, eyes, ears. Brain, heart, and eye and joint. Melrose was ears. Okay, so our bodies need essential fatty acids to function properly. In fact, they work with our body to help prevent certain diseases and help our cells to function properly. Omega Gies has been specifically formulated to also include essential oils that help to aid in the absorption of the nutrients of our supplements. So our next one we're going to go over is the Ninja Red. So we all love Ninja Red. We know why we love Ninja Red, because it's really high in antioxidants. We're better people when we drink it, that's for sure. So Ninja Red is a powerful antioxidant supplement that's made from wolfberry puree, blueberry, plum, cherry, pomegranate juices, grapeseed extract. It supports immune function, liver function, and eye health, and it has also been reported to increase energy. It's an excellent whole food source of nutrients that gives energy and strength to the body without harmful stimulants. It also has an amazingly low glycemic index of 11 that does not spike the blood sugar levels. I know I get that question a lot when people first start Ninja Red, just because it's a juice. So that's always important to know. So in fact, it can totally help and assist in supporting blood sugar levels. And someone with insulin resistance, let's say Ninja Red, has totally changed the game for some people. Our next one, or our next part we are going to talk about is the healthy gut and all that's related with down there. So it is a place filled with lots of different types of living bacteria, and it's important that we focus on creating a healthy, diverse environment for all the good bacteria to live happily. So many people with autoimmune diseases experience a flare-up with digestive issues, like I was mentioning before. In fact, 80 to 90% of our immune system resides in our gut. So, and I know we've talked about that before. There is a connection between our guts and our brains as well. So gut health is one of the top priorities of focus when it comes to autoimmune disease. And if you want more information on gut health, I do have a video going into more in depth on gut health. If you're experiencing any sort of digestive discomfort, don't ignore it. We want healthy immune systems, so we need to really pay close attention to our bodies. And I know a lot of kids deal with tummy troubles, and you can kind of, if it's not something like the stomach bug or they've eaten a lot of crappy food, it kind of just goes back to that, gut health environment that's a little bit messed up. So Life 9 is our good probiotic, and it's a proprietary high-potency probiotic that combines 17 billion live cultures from 9 beneficial bacteria strains. Many people today consider regularly taking a high-quality probiotic to be one of the core parts of their wellness plan, to help their gut to become healthy and turn it to the key to the brain and the immune and the skin health. Sorry, I think people are subscribing to the YouTube now. Yay! Okay. So, if you don't take a daily probiotic, that would be something to think about, especially if this is something that you deal with. Our hormones are another part that goes with, make sure I'm checking my time, because we'll do the other half next week. That's why I miss doing, I want to do lives because I miss the questions and getting to chat with you. So our last part that we're going to discuss for tonight is the hormones that can also contribute to our immune systems and autoimmune. So when our immune systems are under attack and our digestive system is out of whack, or our hormones can be all over the place. So which can lead to a whole lot of awfulness in more ways than one. And it can be extremely complicated when the body is experiencing a flare of an autoimmune system. So to get all of the body systems back in range and working the way that they are supposed to, it's important that we take note that what our hormones are doing and all we can do to give them the support that they need. So thyroid is the top one that we like to always address first. So thyroid issues, adrenal fatigue, and other hormone-related issues are very common for those who suffer from autoimmune disease. So for thyroid support, we love to talk about Endoflex. I use it over my thyroid every single morning, and if I feel like I need to use it again during the day, I will. I love it. I use it on all the kids as well because they need that support, and they scan for Endoflex quite a bit as well. So what it does is it helps balance and maximize nutritional support for the thyroid function. So the thyroid gland regulates body metabolism, energy, and temperature. So for adrenal support, you can consider making a blend of, I forget where this, I I think it's in the desk reference. I'll have to double check and I'll make sure to mention that next week. But a blend of clove, rosemary, and nutmeg, just in a roller. And like if I was doing it, I would do equal parts in a roller and then fill the rest of the way up with a carrier and apply. You can apply it over your thyroid and your adrenal glands. So back there. And then check out the supplement Cortistop. That's another really amazing supplement that doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. So our adrenal glands regulate our cortisol levels. And if you're familiar with cortisol at all, and what that is it's referred to as the death hormone, like the death hormone, because it's what spikes whenever we get super stressed. So, So our adrenal glands regulate our cortisol levels, and if they are out of whack, then let's just say it's not fun at all. And Cortistop blend is designed to help the body maintain its natural balance and harmony, and men can also take this as well. So our other favorite hormone supporting oils are, of course, Progestins Plus. That's my number one favorite. But I also use those two every day, Endoflex and Progestins, over the neck. If this isn't part of your daily routine, it definitely needs to be, especially if you have children. We need to be supporting our hormones for sure. Also sclerescence, lady scleral, clary sage, excuse me, and dragon thyme are all amazing hormone support oils as well. So there are lots of different books. Taming the Dragon Within is a great one. I'm going blank on the other. I know the desk reference has a whole section in it. I'm sure that you can check your Facebook groups, and your leaders probably have a bajillion different resources for hormones. But that is what we are, that's the first part. And then next week, hopefully I'll either have it figured out on my computer or my son's computer to where I can go live on that, or I'll miraculously have 1,000 subscribers and I can go live from my cell phone. So I'm going to try to get this uploaded really quick so you guys can watch it tonight, and we will see you next week. Sorry. Okay. I don't know why this is not stopping.